Hi everyone, my name is Rachel and welcome to the French Seams. Thanks very much for joining me again for another video. This is a Friday Sews video, so as always a huge thank you to Jen from Today in Jen Sewing Room for setting up this wonderful hashtag. So just go into YouTube, search for the hashtag Friday Sews and it'll be filled with lovely sewing vloggers. So thank you very much to everybody for coming back. A huge thank you as always to everybody who's watched any of my previous videos. If you are new to my channel, you're very welcome, and if you're a regular viewer and subscriber, then welcome back. So I've quite a bit to catch you up on since last week. I've got a couple of makes, I've got some happy post, and I've got some plans. So let's just dive straight in. So thank you very much for all the recommendations I got on my last vlog. I love hearing all about what you're sewing and everything that you put in the comments in response to questions I've asked. The hive mind is just wonderful. Thank you very much. So I got a load of recommendations about my cord fabric, so the corduroy fabric that I wanted to make my Wildwood Vest out of. So massive thanks for that. All about the sew-in interfacing, iron and interfacing, which I'll talk about later. But recommendations are, if you are going to iron cord, do it on the reverse and do it on a towel. So what I did I actually ironed it on my teddy fabric that I'm going to be making my coat out of, so that was great and it seemed to work out really well. I loved hearing about all your little pumpkins. So if you didn't see my Instagram, I've been making little crochet pumpkins and an awful lot of you have gone down that crochet pumpkin rabbit hole. You're joining me. Thank you very much. So I've been tagged in a few pictures and I just love them. Thank you so much. So I have made mine into a little wreath. So I found this wreath in Hickeys and I just wrapped wool around it, and then I did the bottom. So it's kind of, if you do it like this, I put little pumpkins all around, so little teeny weeny ones going to bigger ones, and I think it looks really cute. So that's my little autumn crochet pumpkin wreath, which I love. So please do keep tagging me in your pumpkin pictures. I love them. What else? So a lot of you enjoyed the books I've been getting from the library, so a lot of you have actually gone to find those books or asked your library for them, which is wonderful. So I'm loving spreading the sewing book love there. And then yes, a lot of you actually are in my camp in that you're not all that fussed about double gauze, so I don't feel quite so alone, so thank you very much. But I have been told, and I think I quote, not all double gauzes are created equal, so I do need to suss out maybe other double gauzes and see if my feelings do stay the same. But I did really love wearing that blouse last week, and it kind of rejuvenated my love of that blouse and stuff. So, and the colour is so autumnal, it's beautiful. But yeah, interesting to hear, because I thought I was very much alone in my I'm not going to say dislike, that's a strong word, in my feelings about double gauze, shall we say. So anyway, moving on to what I've been making recently. So it's been a bumper week. I've got a load made and I am loving each and every one of them. So I'll start off with a little bag. So I alluded to this last week and I was watching my video back and it made it sound like I was designing a bag pattern, and I suddenly got such a fright. I was like, no, I'm making somebody else's pattern. I'm definitely not doing a bag pattern. I'm leaving that to the professionals. So, and by professionals I mean of course the lovely Adam from Adam Sews. So he reached out a couple of weeks ago asking would I like a copy of his new bag pattern. So of course I said yes, thank you very much. So no obligation to talk about it or anything, but of course I will, because I loved it. So I had a few of the supplies already, but then I got the rest of the hardware from Quilt Yarn Stitch. So they've got the most fabulous bag making supplies on their website. I'll pop a link to them down below. So I got things like D-rings, sliders, lobster claw clasps, the works. Fabulous. And they always put in little sweeties in the pack as well, which is great. And this is the lovely bag, and it's called the Luna CrossBody bag, and it is just so lovely. So you can see it's got a beautiful zip here, it's got a zip at the top, it's fully bound, top and bottom of the zip, top and bottom of the zip here, and all around the edges. And then it's got the most lovely strap at the top, so you can wear it crossbody, over the shoulder, whatever you like, and it's a perfect size. It's a really great size. So it's quilted on the outer, quilted on the inside, and so then this is the back with the little D-rings and stuff. I just think it's really cute and I really enjoyed making it. So his instructions are great, and he also has a sew along I believe on YouTube as well, so I will link all this below, because I think by the time this goes out it will actually be live on his website, so I would highly recommend you having a look at it. So it's really great from a kind of skill perspective. I love his bag patterns, because every time I do it I learn something new about bag making, about inserting zips, about doing the binding, about the quilting. Really enjoy it. So I just did the quilting as usual, just with the 2 layers front and back, and then a bit of batting in the middle, and then I just did, I think it was maybe 1 inch lines across here with my new ruler, which worked out really well, that I got last week. And yeah, I just really enjoyed this pattern. I think it's really cute, very quick to make up. I think literally from starting this to quilting, excuse me, to finishing the entire project, I think was around an hour and a half, which was pretty good going, really was. I think this would make lovely gifts as well for people. So yeah, all in all, just a really lovely bag. So thank you very much, Adam, for thinking of me and sending on your lovely pattern. And I will link everything below, and I really would encourage you to take a look at Adam's shop. His sewing is just impeccable. It really is. He makes the most beautiful things and patterns as well. So yes, this was the first little make I got done during the week. Next up is my Sienna dress. So I finished this last week, and here she is. So this is the Atelier Jupe Sienna dress. So this is the wintry dress I wanted to make, and there's another version aside from my more kind of graphic print, kind of nautical print one. So you can see here it's got the lovely stand-up collar, it's got full sleeves. I just do elastic at the cuffs, then it's got an elastic waist. I was kind of conscious about the border print, so put the border here at the sleeves. I think it came out quite well, and then I was able to do the border at the bottom of the skirt as well. Then at the back it's got this lovely keyhole here, and I just do a thread loop and a button. So yeah, loved making this. So I was just about finished this last week, I think. Yeah, all I had to do was kind of attach the skirt and do the hemming. So this has worked out really well, and I'm looking forward to wearing this very soon. So delighted with this little dress. Great. This is not the last you'll see me make of this pattern, I guarantee it. Next up is what I'm wearing, and oh my goodness, I absolutely love this pattern. So this is the French Navy Roscoe sweater that I bought recently, and it's in this beautiful polar fleece from the fabric counter. I should say this fabric is from Crafty Studio. So this is polar fleece from the fabric counter, and it's absolutely gorgeous. So this pattern is fabulous. I just enjoyed making this so much. The instructions were great. It didn't take a lot of time. I just kind of methodically went through it. There was nice little hints and tips through it. Just everything just worked. You know those patterns that everything just works. So it's a half zip sweatshirt. So you can zip it up like this. It's got a 2-piece collar, so that was very easy to put in the zip. It's got a couple of yokes, so you can see there's a yoke here, there's a yoke here on the front, and then it's kind of got a bit of a drop shoulder, and then it goes into a little waistband. So, and just everything just worked. It was fabulous. So I think I added an inch to the sleeves, and I ended up taking out an inch out of the bodice. So I think it's drafted for 5'7". I'm 5'9", but I think it still came up in that kind of funny kind of mid-length on me, so I ended up taking off an inch. The cuffs and the hemband actually have elastic in them, so it's not ribbing, which was strange. And judging by the pictures, the stock pictures, there seems to be more kind of gathering in the waistband. So I'd like it to be a little bit kind of ruched here, but it doesn't tend to do that. But anyway, it's fine. So it's I think 50mm elastic, so it's quite sturdy elastic, and you actually put it into the cuff and then sew it in. So this is actually sewn down, so it says it means it won't twist. This is unlikely to twist. It's not like it's a tiny, like kind of 1/4 inch elastic in elastic channel. This is unlikely to budge, really. I'm not overly sure about the reason for doing the elastic. I think ribbing might work as well. I'm not sure. So I will definitely make another one of these. So I might just do the ribbing on the next one, see if it makes that much of a difference. I do like the kind of the sturdiness of the cuffs and the waistband. I think it just hangs very nicely, but absolutely love this pattern. I love it so much. I'm just so pleased that it just clicked and it just worked. And I did a bit of excuse me, top stitching across the seams as well with my Maraflex thread, and that all came out really nicely. The white fleece is quite forgiving, I will say that. So when I was doing the inside, the lining here, you know, if you don't catch it, it doesn't really notice that much, but I was very happy the way my zip lined up here. But yes, fabulous pattern, really enjoyed it. And I'll definitely be seeking out more fleece. They do give other fabric recommendations, but I think this is super cozy in a fleece, and it kind of has kind of après-ski vibes, but I think it'd be lovely in a patterned fleece. You could do some color blocking here with the yokes and everything. So yeah, just love this make. And I'm going to enter this into the #longsleeves23 challenge that's going along now on Instagram, hosted by the Sewing Warehouse. Basically, sew something with long sleeves during October, and there's the most incredible prizes. So I'll link all that below. So thank you very much for hosting that. And then the last thing Oh, I will say as well, this was really useful in my challenge that I'm doing in October as well. It's called What Abbey Wore October Challenge, and it's prompts every single day. I'm really enjoying doing that. It's kind of, as I said last week, it's kind of a me made May in October, and I think I've kind of been interpreting them different ways, but I've managed to kind of use my wardrobe in different ways, and I think it's been really useful. So this also features in that. I've been following along on my Instagram, and I think I'll do a little highlight of all my daily outfits as well. So the last thing I got done this week, love. It is my Helen's Closet Wildwood jacket. So, and this is how far I've got. The only thing I have left is to put on these, which terrify me. So I need to go and find a hammer and go how to learn to put these in. And of course, it's the last step. And if you muck it up, so I've put together a little swatch, so you can see here that this is the lining fabric, this is the interfacing, which I'll talk about shortly, and this is the corduroy. So I've kind of mimicked up what it'll be, and I'm going to practice and just fingers crossed that this works out, because I think I need to put a few snaps down the front. So Helen's Closet Wildwood Vest, and I love it. Again, instructions, fabulous. Relatively quick. After all my binding recently, I've been really enjoying it, so I did the binding in the cord as well. So I was able to do the binding on with my continuous binding method and put them through my bias binding maker and then iron it. Because I was ironing it on the other side, it did go a little bit shiny, but that doesn't matter because that's hidden on the inside. It didn't have any effect on the other side of the binding, which was great, and I ironed it on this, so it kind of gave it a bit of squashiness underneath, so the binding went in perfectly. Just love this pattern. So you can see here it is, take it off the hanger, this is the inside, so it's kind of giving me kind of Gamped vibes, if you're aware of that pattern designer or clothes shop. And then this is on the inside. It's the lovely pre-quilted fabric. I didn't want to do the whole thing quilted, so I think I made my life slightly difficult in that I have the outer fabric and the quilted inside. I think usually you're meant to quilt the two things together and then just use that as one layer, so it's tricky kind of putting the binding on the 3 layers, but it worked out fine. But I just wanted the outside plain, hence the corduroy. And then on the back I put in a little hanging loop, and I put in these new labels I got from this Little Rosy Cheeks called I Made This, It Feels Good. So I thought that was cute in the back because it was so plain. So it's got pockets. There we go, the pockets here. And yeah, just really cute. I love how this came out. The sizing is pretty good. I love the overlaps here, that you overlap the back over the front and again on the sides. So yeah, just love it. Love it. So yes, the only thing I've left to do is the snaps. So, and fingers crossed I'll get that done relatively soon, because I think as a kind of autumn make, this would be brilliant. I think I bought 1.5 meters of the quilted inside, and I have loads left over, so I'm wondering, could I make another one? It's always a sign of a good pattern, isn't it, when you want to make another one straight away. So yeah, almost finished that. And yes, send all your sewing good wishes for the snaps. So that brings me on to my interfacing. So I'll get started now on my happy post that I got this week. So move this out of the way slightly. So I went on to Love Fabric, and because I want to do a sneaky little purchase for, and these 3 colours will give it away. What do they just scream at you? A gift to November. So thank you Alison and Adam for hosting that fabulous challenge again this year. I'm going to be part of the vlogger tour. I think my vlog will come out, I'm hoping, I think the 11th of November is what I put my name down for. So these will feature in a gift to November, which is basically sew up your November or your December presents in November to get them all done. Sorry, it's gone very fluffy in here now. So I knew that they had great quilting cotton, and I think I actually got these colours last year and loved them, so they're going to be part of that. But then on their website I saw interfacing. So the back of that Wildwood vest is actually sew-in interfacing, which actually was fine. I think it's okay because it's got a big panel at the back. It was fine. I didn't have enough to the front, so I'm trying to use up that sew-in interfacing now. That was my own fault buying that by mistake. So I wanted to buy some iron-on interfacing, and they said they had cotton iron-on interfacing, which I've never used before. And when it came, it was just so nice. So it's like it's almost like a gauze. So this side is rough. You can tell that's where the glue, and this side is smooth. And it's just so lovely to work with. I'd never used this before. So I think I got about 2 meters. So this is what I used to interface the 2 front pieces of my vest. And that went in like a dream. Again, ironed it with the teddy fleece on the ironing board, then the corduroy face down, then this on top and ironed, and I literally just kind of gently waved the iron around at about medium heat. perfect, not a bother. It just glided on, and it stuck really well. So I think this interfacing is just wonderful. So Love Fabric, absolutely for the win. So I'd encourage you to have a look at their website. They've got fabulous fabric. Oh, this is what I was looking for, the little card. So that is Love Fabric. Then also I got a delivery, put my teeth back in, Beyond the Pink Door, and I got lovely labels, that label that I got on my vest, and some little sweeties which are lovely, which hubby has taken. And I got this. Isn't this just beautiful? This is chocolate corduroy. It's stretch corduroy. It's actually the exact same as my green one that I made my lander pants out of 2 years ago, but it's a beautiful chocolatey colour, gorgeous. It's quite thin. I think it's a 6 or 8 wale, which basically is the very, very thick one. So the wales are the number of ridges per inch. So the bigger the number of wales, the thicker the cord it is. So, and it's just beautiful. And this is for my heyday dungarees. So my seasonal autumnal heyday dungarees. Can't wait to get started on these. So it was a lovely, lovely week of happy post. So moving on, sorry, the place is now covered in fluff. So on the life front, I've been living vicariously through everybody going to the Knitting Stitching Festival. Oh lordy, do I have FOMO. It looked wonderful. So thank you to everybody who's put up how you got on, all the pictures, all the stalls, all your hauls. I loved seeing them and I've been living through them. I'm really, really hoping to get to a few shows next year. Watch this space. So the reason I was so prolific for my sewing this week was because Mr. French Seams was traveling, so every night I could just sew. So this kind of output isn't really usual for me. But yeah, so it's been a great week on the sewing front. He's back home safe. Wonderful, wonderful. My parents are coming up at the weekend, which is lovely, so can't wait to see them. The 2 boys are good. Yeah, they've been very, very well this week, which is wonderful, so thank you to all your well wishes. So then what are my plans? So my plans are the snaps on that vest, fingers and toes and everything crossed. I want to start my coat. So this teddy fabric is for my Soho coat, the Tessuti pattern Soho coat, which I really want to get started this week. I'm terrified to cut into this fabric, but I think I'm just going to have to do it. So I'm going to hopefully get started on that. And I also would like to get a start on my ruffle blouse. So the recital blouse that I showed last week in the beautiful star fabric. I'd love to get that started next week as well, but we shall see how we go. It's my older boy's birthday coming up soon, so preparations are well underway for that. So we'll have to see between baking and all kinds of stuff how much sewing I get done, but hopefully quite a lot. So that is about it for this week. So thank you very, very much for joining me. Again, thank you so much for watching. I do hope you enjoyed it. If you'd like to comment on any of this, please do. I'd love to hear from you in the comment box below. You know how much I love having the chats. If you have any questions on any of this, please let me know. I'll link everything I talked about in the box below as always, but if I've forgotten, let me know. I hope you're all well. I hope you're getting some time to do some lovely, lovely sewing. If you'd like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and I would love it if you would consider subscribing. So I'm going to wrap it up here, and I will talk to you all again very, very soon. Take care, everyone. Bye.